I am currently studying at Inca. Since we are in the middle of a pandemic, virtual education has not been easy at all because as students we are already more used face-to-face education among the disadvantaged state at ENGA has why virtual education as well as living accelerating by doing in addition to sitting for hours and hours in the front of the computer is something really boring. Not like when everything was normal, the most anticipated days were to go to the producers' areas in order to learn from the workers and life, white animals, and the years is about to end and virtual why since it was necessary to receive virtual class in order to counteract COVID as well and the hope of return the next year and personal and thus also COVID leaves us a perspective of what is like of take place from home which I still have gotten sent to because learning by doing has to come back.
Online learning is the best way we have found to be able to continue with our learning and also to be able to continue with our studies during this global pandemic that is hitting us. Online class have advantages such as of example you do not have to travel to school and also the risk of contagion of COVID-19 is reduced, but they also have disadvantages such as a greater number of distractions and for all this learning is not 100% compared with face-to-face class.
Virtual education is a bit deficient, since I cannot learn as much as used to and the teacher helps and mercy besides. Every day I try to learn more in class. It is somewhat complicated due to many distractions. I also lately feel uncomfortable. In addition, it is very difficult to understand the classes. But is part of virtual education. Of concentration is essential for this education, as well coordination.
I think that virtual education has broad benefits such as having classes from anywhere, the use of application or page that help both the teacher and the student, the responsibility that the student has to have, among other things. But it also has its bad sides, such as the lack of cycle interaction, having to pay to have a network connection, long hours working with electronic devices, and more. So I could say that virtual education is just as complex as face-to-face education.
I think the virtual education is very convenient in some cases because allows learn and practice different ways to study, but in addition it's more hard to understand the classes, meet new classmates, and stay focused during the classes. Even if one seems to let all distraction always is hard. So I am waiting the day to come back to school.